Gamers, chat, Predecessor fans everywhere, the time has come. The time we have been waiting for months is finally here. Season 3 dev blog has just dropped on the Predecessor website. My name is ChoicePlays. We're going to be going over all the juicy details today, including the name of the new season, which is Harness the Storm. I'm so excited to jump into this, so let's do that right now. Let's get into the juicy details. And don't forget to like and subscribe on this video because I love you and you guys are amazing. Let's jump in right now.
The Book of the Vigilant foretold her coming. She will walk in the light. But in her heart is pure darkness.
Now that was just a quick sneak peek of what Sereth could look like and could be here in Predecessor. Now obviously that wasn't the trailer from Predecessor, that was back in the day in Paragon, but again it just gives us a little bit of a sneak peek. Now back in the day they didn't have a passive for Sereth, and Predecessor is going to have a passive, so what is Omega going to do with that passive? Who freaking knows, but it might be here in the Season 3 patch notes, so let's jump into it right now. All right. I'm really excited about this. So let's go through this. It's the Predecessor report for August 2023. It's kind of a recap of Season 2 as well as going into Season 3. So let's jump into it. Let's just talk about it. So obviously, Kari loves to do her introductions. Thank you, Kari. Shout out, Kari. Greetings, champions. Welcome back for another exciting edition of the Predecessor Report. This month, we're focusing on the transition from Season 2 to Season 3. Let's go. What we've learned and where we're going, etc., etc. So we're going to be going through all of that in this report. So let's talk about Early Access Season 2. So basically what she's going through here is they overpromised. You could see it here. While we made significant progress towards our overall business goals during Season 2, we understand that we had to sacrifice a number of promised features. Fundamentally, we overpromised. So that's the big part there. They overpromised. They didn't necessarily know that they would have to focus a lot of attention and divert a lot of resources over to making the new UI and overhauling all that kind of stuff and implementing some new processes here and there. So like she lists it here, the smart toxicity tools, improvements to matchmaking, etc., etc. So that's kind of what she's going over here. Another thing I wanted to point out is, and what are those business goals, where there's two key priorities. We focused on establishing a new technical and visual game identity, which I think is really smart, with the new user interface and getting the game ready for console release. We're thrilled to say that both of these goals have nearly been met, but more on those later on. They understand, you know, Season 2 hasn't been perfect. A lot of content creators, a lot of people in the community have overstated that. Let's be honest. They've overstated that, and I totally understand why, but they are extremely grateful for our continued patience and support. Moving forward, we'll be taking what we've learned from this season to ensure that future seasons, starting with Season 3, continue our mission to deliver you the best possible future for Predecessor. Now that we've got that out of the way, they had to address everything about Season 2. They had to. It was very important for them. But let's talk about Early Access Season 3. Let's go. With the curtain coming down on Season 2, it's finally time to talk about Season 3. Release date, it's going to be September 12th. So get ready, September 12th. That's going to be in 2 weeks, just under 2 weeks, honestly. What can you expect from Early Access Season 3? Well, and as we've already touched on, we've learned a lot from Season 2. We'll be focusing on a more streamlined list of features that we're much more confident we can deliver. Put simply, our goal is to underpromise and overdeliver. I think that's smart. That's just a smart business tactic, and they've definitely learned from Season 2. Because if they underpromise and overdeliver, community's happy. If they overpromise, underdeliver, obviously we've seen not very happy. But let's continue. Although it may be a smaller list than before, we picked features that we believe will have the biggest impact on the Predecessor community and long-term health of the game. That's what I like to hear. With a focus on delivering 2 or 3 substantial features alongside other similar or slightly smaller but still important features. All the while, we'll continue releasing new heroes with every major game update and ending the season with our third Omega Studios original hero. That's really exciting. Oh, and there's something else too. What? Console is coming early in early. Hold on. Console is coming early in early access season 3. Console winners. Let's look at this. Let's look at this right now. You read that right. It is our intention to launch Predecessor on console early on in season 3. Okay, so season 3 starts September 12th, which means it's about halfway through September. So maybe October 1st, maybe something like that. Okay, there's another reason why season 3 feature list might feel small at first, because we're keen to set aside time and resources to do our initial console launch right. Game development is a complicated process. We definitely know that. As a reminder, when Predecessor arrives on PlayStation and Xbox, it will also be in paid early access until we officially launch as a free-to-play game on all platforms at a later time. So that makes sense. You know, they still don't want a huge influx of players. They want to keep it pretty small, so they are putting it behind a paywall. So I think that's smart on their point. It does suck for a lot of the console players out there that they have to pay for it, or if someone wants to move from PC to console, you know, they'll have to buy it again. But again, you know, I think that's really smart. They're not trying to flood their servers right away and have a huge influx of players. They really want to make sure that the players that they get are dedicated to the product and they want to continue that, blah, blah, blah. Keep your eyes glued on our website and socials for more news. Okay, so we're in the process of finalizing the Season 3 roadmap this week and hope to share it with you shortly before the version 11.11 game update, which officially launches Season 3, which will be on the 12th, remember. Name reveal, Harness the Storm. Let's freaking go. I'm really excited because obviously we're starting off with Sereth, but Kwong must be close behind. Harness the Storm, like, that was his whole kit, man. Okay, sorry, I need to stop doing that. Anyways, check back soon for the dedicated Season 3 roadmap blog. Until then, let the theories begin. Let's go. Season 3 version 11.11 are both coming out on September 12th and not September 5th. Yes, they are pushing it a week back. Honestly, we want a healthy work environment for the team where the work isn't rushed and no one needs to crunch. I think that's smart. Work-life balance, very important. It is only a week for us, which obviously everybody's going to be like cringing at a little bit, but who cares? Who cares? Because we're getting it. There's a date for it. We know what's happening. We know it's coming, and that's going to be huge. So let's keep it going. New UI hype. Last month, we went into a good amount of detail discussing the new user interface, showing off early development screenshots, and discussing why it's such a big deal for us to prioritize because of console. Thank you, Sony and Microsoft, for that. A month later, we're practically there. The finish line is at last in sight. The long-anticipated new UI will be the first new feature added to Predecessor in Early Access Season 3, currently slated for September 12th. Let's go. Okay, so we're going to get the new UI on the 12th. After many months of work, this new UI has been a labor of love, and its release represents a significant milestone. Thank you, Kari. Thank you, Omega. Sereth's back. Once again, we kind of showed a little bit off of Sereth. I'm really excited to see what they do with her passive. So we're obviously not going to get any sort of leak on what the passive could be or her kit, etc. Makes sense. They don't want to release too much info right off the bat. That'll be really fun. There is going to be some downtime. That's cool. Some skins here. Some interesting skin concepts here. Lucas was a concept artist tasked with designing Xeris' appearance, and as you can see from the published concept art below, there were a number of directions. I definitely like the direction they went. This one's pretty cool. That's kind of like very raptor-ish. That's very interesting. Bigger spikes, super fun. We like this kind of stuff, but ooh, okay, hold on. Let's blow this up a little bit. Dang. Okay, so we definitely want to see this in the game, right? Ooh, the Holy Night Warrior. Okay, let's go back because I could stare at those all day. Really cool stuff. They're they're talking about some of the skin concepts and stuff like that going forward. So we might be seeing those in season 3. Really exciting stuff. Omeda asks Stegs. Shout out Stegs. We've had some back and forths here and there, like you guys heard on the Cutting to the Core talk show from PCC the other day. He's a really cool guy. I'm really excited to see what he's able to bring to the table for Omeda and to the community itself. Really exciting stuff. Earlier this month, we welcomed a new addition to the Predecessor community team, Stegs, with a rich pedigree across the games industry. We thought we'd sit down with him to get to know him a little better. Welcome to the team, Stegs. What brings you to Omeda Studios? Thanks, Kari. I'm so happy to be here. So this is really cool. I really like these little these little interviews that they do in the blogs. It's really nice. I'd say originally it was all about the game. I played it before my first interview to see if I enjoyed it, and accidentally stayed up till 3 a.m. That's pretty good. That's a good sign. Then as I went through the interview process, it became very clear how passionate the team are about the game. I was already sold because I love Predecessor so much, but to have a team who love the project so much as well was huge. So both the game and the team, coupled with how dedicated the community are already, I just had to get in on it. Good on you, Stegs. Having previously worked at companies like Sega and Frontier, you're no stranger to building and engaging with communities. What are you most excited about bringing with you here? Ooh, there's a lot to be excited for. I'd say getting our live streams up and running again is probably one of the most exciting things for me. There's loads of other things too. Let's go. More community streams, dev streams. Let's go. Get the Omeda content out there, baby. I need to see more Omeda content. Okay, I want to see these devs' faces. I mean, Predcast has been doing a great thing. Shout out Predcast. Go watch their stuff. It's on Windy the Mace's YouTube channel. I'll link it somewhere down below. But yes, shout out to the Predcast. Shout out to Stegs. I'm excited for this. I did a lot of streams for my previous companies and always had a lot of fun with it, but to be able to stream a game like Pred is a whole new level of awesomeness. Nice. I've always felt streaming is such a great way to connect with your community. Absolutely. You can have great discussions about the game, blah, blah, blah. Super exciting. However, I'll say expect food talk. I want to know what everyone's favorite dish is. Okay, everyone get on Twitter and at Stegs and give them your favorite dish, I guess. When it comes to effectively managing communities, what do you think are some of the most important principles? Communication and transparency. Yes, we need more of that. I mean, Omeda's been pretty good at that from the start, but we need more. We need more. We need it more official. We need it more constant, and we need to just feel like we're connected with the company. I feel like that's a lot of what the community has underlyingly said, is they just want to feel like they're a part of the company, a part of the growth of the game, et cetera, et cetera. One of the many reasons I wanted to join was because I saw how Omeda communicate already, and it fits very well with how I like to manage communities as well. Lots of communication and being as transparent as possible. Love it. I think having an open, honest discussion with players ultimately builds trust, and that's such a key ingredient. Absolutely. We do so much of this already, and I think we step it up with each new season. The Pred reports, regular and detailed blog posts, our lovely devs jumping on the Predcast, and PCC's new Cutting to the Core series. Let's go! Etc. So I'm excited to continue to help step things up. Yo, shout out Stegs. I really like this guy for no reason. For no reason at all. You just shout out Predcast and Cutting to the Core. Let's go. What's one of your big community goals for your time here at Omeda Studios? There's lots of them. One of my biggest focuses at the moment is our content creation, from videos to live streams and anything in between. Yes, more content, please. So I really wanted to get regular live streams up and running, ideally streams that add real value to our community. It's always good fun just jumping in and doing a let's play, but I'd love to start getting more content creators involved with it. Ooh, as well as having our own devs on the show as much as possible too. So keep an eye out on our Twitch channel soon. Things might be happening. Let's freaking go, Stegs. Let's go. I love this. What's something you think the community needs to know about you? I wanted to put some kind of fun fact about me here, but I think if I could get one thing across the community today, it'd just be how much I love Predecessor. I've not stopped playing since my first interview here, and I know a lot of our team are the same. That's the one thing we know we all have in common, right? All of us here because we love this game, and I'm really excited to see what the future holds. Dyslexia coming in hot. And fun fact, I almost got Joey with a Decker Ball last week, and it would have been the highlights of my life. Sad, maybe, but you can't deny how cool that would have been. Nice. Shout out Joey. Joey's insane. He's so good. So let's keep going. That's all we can get from studies for now, but you can get to know him on our Discord, Reddit, blah, 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 blah. Community Roundup. Ooh, this is great. Okay, so this is the kind of stuff that I like to see too. Showing off the community, what we can provide to them, and just enriching the lives of like the community itself. This is really cool. Shoshin Arts. Okay, definitely check this out because that is a nice little doodle. All right. The Fearsome Five. This one we were supposed to do on our community art showcase during the last PCC stream, and this one came in just a teeny bit too late, and we were so sad. Our boy Hot Sauce, who does all the graphics for PCC, shout out Hot Sauce. He was so sad. He was actually like typing at me in the middle of the broadcast. He's like, dude, I missed one and it's so good. This one's incredible too. So shout out to Comfortable Roll 703 because this is so good. Superb screenshots, always. Arkokin, that one's so good. Cosmic, and of course, Shift. Look at that, a little bit of PCC stuff. Prime Championship Circuit 5, it's time. The final of the PCC tournament is upon us. Tune in this weekend to catch the biggest matches, enjoy expert casting and analysis, and see some of the highest skilled players in Predecessor battling it out to take home a huge cash prize. So freaking stoked for this. Watch the action live over on the official PCC Twitch channel. Oh, nice little link right there. Love it. Kicking off at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. On both Saturday and Sunday. So yeah, it's a 2-day event, so don't forget that. Fang Booth 5, let's go, the EU scene. It lives, let's go. Shout out to Kana for putting this on and all the other people behind the scenes for Fang Booth. Shout out to you guys. Fang Booth is back, baby. After a short break over the summer, one of Predecessor's biggest community tournaments is back for its 5th edition. Let's go. PC 5, Fang Booth 5, let's freaking go. All right, so there's all the information there, and I'm sure Kana is going to continue to post more about it, so make sure you sign your team up for that. That's all the time we've got this month, champions. What was your favorite part? Let me know over on the Discord. So, really exciting stuff. I'm so excited to see what happens in Season 3. I'm really excited to get the actual, Season 3 everything in my hand. It's going to be really exciting. Anyways, I really hope you enjoyed the video. I have been ChoicePlays. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.